Hello dear students. In this lecture we will discuss about the what is pure culture concept. In last lecture we have already discussed about what is the definition of culture, what is the meaning of colony, and what is in this lecture we will discuss about what is the need for pure culture, or in the form of definition we can say it is nothing but a growth of single type of organism. To study the particular characteristics of that organism with respect to their morphology, biochemical characterization, pathogenicity, we require that culture in the pure form. That means we require only a single type of culture, and that culture is nothing but called as a pure culture. And how that concept is developed, we have to discuss. Microorganisms occur in nature everywhere in extremely large population. Normally you can say microorganisms present everywhere, and they are abundant in the environment. 1 gram of soil contains millions number of microorganisms, and there may be different types of microorganisms. So in this regard, they occur everywhere in the environment. To study characteristics of particular species, it is necessary to isolate it in the pure form. To isolate or to study the particular characteristics of that organism with respect to all this biochemical, morphological, ecological, or I can say the life cycle, we require that organism in the form of pure culture. So laboratory procedure have been developed to isolate them in the form of pure culture. So in this regard, to isolate different types of organisms in the form of pure culture, different methods or different strategies are used to grow that organism on a particular media, so that they are well defined colonies can be obtained, and we can stain or we can obtain pure form of culture of that organism. So the growth mass of cells of the same species is called as a pure culture. There is nothing but a definition of that pure culture, or what we can say pure culture means. It is the growth mass. Mass is nothing but a single well separated colony. It is nothing but a multiple number of organisms can grow, and that is nothing but a growth mass of that organism of a same species, that is single type of organism is growing in that colony, that called as pure culture. So in this diagram, this is well separated colony. We can say it is nothing but a pure form of colony, or it is nothing but a single type of organism is growing there, as every organism has their separate individual distinguishing growth pattern. Every colony which is growing on the media, sometimes they are different, maybe in the size of the colony, shape of the colony, texture of the colony, appearance of the colony, opacity differences can be observed in the colony. So in this regard, each organism has a specific type of growth pattern. So in this regard, each organism shows a characteristics growth on particular media. So in this way we can isolate a pure culture. So here pure culture of bacteria were first obtained by the Joseph Lister in 1878 using serial dilution technique in liquid media. In this, Joseph Lister, firstly he have isolated the pure culture of bacteria by using serial dilution technique. It is nothing but we are diluting the number of population of organism to minimize the organism in serial dilution. That's why we can easily obtain a single type of colony or single type of organism on the solid media. Robert Koch isolated pure culture of pathogen on potato agar using gelatin as a solidifying media. But many bacteria can digest gelatin. Later on, Fanny Hess, a wife of Walter Hess, one of the Koch assistants, suggested the use of agar as a solidifying agent. Here we can say Joseph Lister, he was a surgeon. He firstly observed or obtained pure culture of organism using liquid media. Later on, Robert Koch, while discussing, he is a bacteriologist, he isolated or used potato agar, or you can say potato dextrose agar, for growth of the organism on solid media. Liquid media it is quite difficult to observe organism microscopically, or to grow them we can't distinguish how the growth pattern of that organism can be observed, or what type of colony can they show. It is quite difficult in liquid media. So to grow on these organism on solid media, we require a solid plate or solid media. That's why potato is used, or we can say potato dextrose agar can be used, or potato agar can be used for growing organism. To solidify that media, Robert Koch used gelatin as a solidifying agent. But after that, he observed that some microorganisms, they have the ability to digest gelatin. So that if the gelatin is digested, that media can be disturbed. So that pure form or well isolated quantity cannot be obtained. So in that time or same time, one of the assistant of Robert Koch, he suggested use of agar-agar as a solidifying agent. He was an assistant or colleague of Robert Koch, and he suggested, as he observed gelatin is solidified or there is some problem occur, due to that well isolated quantities cannot be observed. So he suggested use of agar-agar as a solidifying agent, as he used that agar-agar in solidifying jam and jellies in his house. So he suggested, and Robert Koch used agar-agar as a solidifying agent. Agar-agar is nothing but a polymer. It is nothing but a polymer which composed of galactose 3,6 anhydro L-galactose and D-glucuronic acid extracted from the red alga, that is Gelidium corneum. It is nothing but a polymer which is extracted from the red alga, and he used that agar-agar as a solidifying agent to solidify jam and jelly which he had preparing in his house. So after convincing Robert Koch, he used agar-agar as a solidifying agent for preparing the media. Well suited, a solidifying agent is solidified after boiling at 40 degree to 42 degrees Celsius and will not melt again until the temperature rises to above 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. So here he used agar-agar as a solidifying agent. He observed that media is well suited as it gets solidified as temperature rises below 40 or 45 degrees Celsius, and no organism are still there recorded as a he digest agar-agar which is used as a solidifying agent. So that's why that media particularly remains as it is solidified, and that's why well isolated colony can be isolated. As agar-agar containing media will boil, so well transparent media can be prepared. As we cool that particular media before 45 or 40 degrees Celsius, that media gets solidified. As temperature rises above 40 or 45 degrees Celsius, it could not melt, as gelatin can melt above 40 to 45 degrees Celsius temperature, and that temperature disturbs the media component. So in this case, that problem is solved. That's why agar-agar is used as a solidifying agent, and no organism is has ability to digest agar-agar as compared to the gelatin. So that agar-agar is used for the preparation of solid plate, or we can say agar containing media as a agar, or agar is used as a solidifying any media or any name which suggests agar, so that normally you can say it contains agar-agar as a solidifying agent, and it is a solid media. In case of liquid media, we can say broth. There is an absence of agar-agar powder in that media. One of Koch's assistant, Richard Petri, he developed Petri dish, a container for solid culture media. Diameter about 9 cm and height about 1.2 cm. It is a specific length and height of that particular glass plate. So that's why particular 9 to 10 ml media or 15 ml up to media can be poured inside the Petri plate. It is transparent plate made up from the glass, and agar-agar is used as a solidifying agent. That's why Robert Koch observed well isolated, well separated colonies on that particular media. So it is nothing but a now disposable plate we can now use. It is made from the plastic. One time use, after we can discard that particular plate. So it is nothing but a how the pure culture is isolated and that concept is developed. Here is a serial dilution technique which was used by Joseph Lister. So here if we take a particular mix soil sample, water sample, or any serum sample, so it containing particular specific first media, and here if number of microorganisms are abundant, so when we inoculate a particular sample into solid media plate, we observe multiple distribution character or colonies, but they are mixed population we can observe, as there is number of organisms is more. So to dilute that organism, a serial dilution technique was developed by the Joseph Lister. So here Lufu culture, or we can say 0.1 ml or 1 ml, depending upon the organisms which are present in that particular sample, we can employ transferring concentration with respect to whether it is a Lufu culture, we can transfer, or we can transfer 0.1 ml, 0.5 ml or 1 ml to another same composition, or here we can use saline solution to distinguish or to minimize the population of that organism. Here after that, if we require more dilution, so again we can use same type of saline tube, and 1:10, 1:100, 1:1000. In this way we can dilute that particular population, and after that Lufu culture is inoculated on a plate which is containing solid media, containing agar-agar as a solidified media, and by using stick plate method, or nowadays there are different techniques we can use, pour plate method, split plate method, or stick plate method, to isolate pure culture in the form of well separated and distinguishing characteristics. So by using any one of the method, we can inoculate the sample from the tube on solid media, and after incubation at 24 degrees Celsius inside the incubator, we can observe probability to obtain pure culture is more, as we use serial dilution method. Here we are minimizing the population of microorganisms. That's why more chances can be there is a well isolated, well distinguished colonies can be observed on that media. So that's why serial dilution technique can be used, and that technique we can say it is more useful to isolate the organism in pure form. So it is nothing but a pure culture concept. And how to